of sustainable empowerment and giving you the tools and the know-how. Good morning. How are you both?
Good morning, Emma. Doing well, thank you.
Now, Michael, let me start with you. What is this program about? Young Leaders of the Americas Initiative.
Sure. So we're talking about two things today, but the Young Leaders of the Americas Initiative is really an annual program where we partner and look for rising superstars, young entrepreneurs that we can select and send on a multi-week exchange in the United States. We do this once a year. It started a couple years ago. Actually, we're working with Deidre because she was one of the really superstars of our YLI initiative. And she's done some great work here along with a lot of other young people.
How many young persons have passed through this program? 16.
Yes.
So you were part of this program. How did you first interact with this program? How did you decide, you know what, I'm going to take this leap, see what it's about, and not just do it, but excel at it?
Well, as a young entrepreneur, one of the big challenges is that we don't always have a lot of opportunities when you want to grow your business here in Trinidad. So when the opportunity came up, I said, okay, this is perfect. I applied, I got through, and honestly, it went way beyond my expectation. I was able to meet a lot of very successful founders in the U.S., who I still have great partnerships with, who still mentor me in a lot of ways. On returning, my relationship with the embassy became very strong. So the partnership allows me to do a lot of work in the communities to help open up a lot of opportunities for other young entrepreneurs, especially females. So it was just really an invaluable experience.
Give me an example of how it's changed. You know, you talk about as a young entrepreneur. Tell me about one or two of the challenges, and by having part of this program, playing part in this program, it kind of shifted your perspective.
So my company, I'm actually the co-founder of a virtual reality tech company. So you hear virtual reality and you go, oh my God, are we doing that in Trinidad?
Yeah.
So the program allowed me to meet very large companies in Miami. So the program is 250 people from Latin America and the Caribbean. It starts off in one state, it ends in Washington, but for the 6 weeks you're broken up into groups of 14 and you're placed throughout the different states. I was in Miami, which is a very large budding tech hub. So I was able to learn a lot of best practices to bring back into my company. I was there in 2016. Since that, on returning, we've been able to get our virtual reality PanJam app published onto the Microsoft Education stores. It's the first virtual reality app in the Caribbean that's internationally published. So I don't think I would have been able to do that without the resources that I got from the program.
Are you seeing more and more people taking the leap and wanting to be part, particularly female entrepreneurs?
Yes, definitely.
And, you know, when you talk about the gateway that has been opened, because a lot of times we just think the Trinidad market, the CARICOM market, was it intimidating to enter a space beyond the Caribbean shores?
It was, but when we started interacting with the Latin American females on the program itself, you just started realizing that a lot of the problems you face are very similar. So the sisterhood, I would like to call it, became very strong. Every day I still talk to my friend in Costa Rica who was in Miami with me. The conference that we're having next week actually has 15 international participants from the program coming into Trinidad from Latin America and Caribbean. So I think it created not a fear, but a sort of excitement to establish more partnerships across borders.
Let's talk a little bit about the events that are happening and how do people, young people, get involved in this?
Sure. So, well, the event we're having next week is going to be next Thursday and Friday, and it's kind of a invitation-only event. We selected change makers from across the region, many of them YLI alumni from different countries, as Deidre would have said, and then some local entrepreneurs here. The idea is that we get these change makers in one room. We were very particular in focusing on women and women entrepreneurs. Why? It's because studies show that women, business owners, when compared to men, actually focus more on giving back to their community and pursuing that passion. Also, we know that women just get things done sometimes. The idea is that after this conference, instead of it just being a talk shop, what we really want is that community engagement. So part of it is, how do you grow your business? How do you make it better? Let's form this network. But the other part is coming to Trinidad and Tobago or their countries of origin, getting in the communities and saying, now with these new tools, with what I've learned on this conference, this is how I'm going to give back and help reduce crime, reduce violence. So it's kind of two different things, entrepreneurship and violence reduction, but through the two-day workshop that we're going to be doing and the community engagement on Saturday that Deidre can talk a little bit more about, that's where we're really going to get in the community and make this sustainable and something that's going to continue.
As we wrap this interview, tell us a little about the community involvement, because it is just about not giving back to yourself, but also bringing other people along.
So the conference, a lot of the sessions focus on challenges and solutions. On the last day of the conference, which is the 30th of March, the group breaks up into 3. And we will be going to the St. James Police Youth Club in Dingole, the Chaguanas Community Center in Cressy Trace, Chaguanas, and the Booze Center Community Center in Rio Claro. We're inviting the women in the community to come out and to meet with us, to meet the international partners. Tell us what your problems are. Tell us if it's a home problem. Tell us what's going on. Let's get together. Let's support each other. Let's find the solutions to those problems.
Let's find the solutions. You have the dates. And if you need any more information, you can check out the U.S. Embassy's website to get further information. Thank you so much, and all the best for this initiative.